I will read the Torah every single day. I will keep the Torah in me every single day. I will, use the Torah in my life every single day. I will use this Bible every single day. That's how. But in a way that Bible tells, that's what my point is. You can still argue with me. We are reading the Bible, still the same thing, brother. We don't have to do any sacrifices. I'm not expecting to do any sacrifices. Right now, there is no temple. Even Jewish people are not doing any sacrifices now there. Nobody is performing. Most of the Jewish people are not even following the Judaism now. But what Bible talks about is that's what we need to follow exactly. Jesus did what he was supposed to do. Jesus was what he completely a Jewish person and a Jewish guy. We have an opportunity to do what Jesus did. We don't have to do anything what Jesus was not doing. We do not. We don't have to. That is what my point is. So the Sinai mountain is a mountain of like the engagement mountain, and we're expecting now a marriage is getting ready to come in. Folks, I can tell millions and millions of information about this Torah Behar. Behar is mountain. But, one thing we need to know, we need to understand very clearly. We may read all these years, the Bible, in a way that of a blessing of the word. But if you talk about the heroes of the Bible, if you listen and if you think about the heroes of the Bible, go and read Hebrews chapter 11. Hebrews, we don't know who wrote the book of Hebrews. Hebrews, meaning to the Jewish people, very clearly written. Those people have done such heroic actions without anything. They all died. Abraham could not even own a land. He got a promised land. He never owned a land on his name. He was going to buy a cave for Machpelah, cave for Sarah. But he was living in the land for 26 years. That's Israel. That's the Canaan. That's a promised land for him. But he was renting and living in that land for 26 years, folk. The life is, to be lived according to God's will. It's not according to our will. It is not the possession of materials. It's not the possessions acquiring of the knowledge of the intelligence of this world. It is the possession of the acquiring of the knowledge and wisdom and understanding the glory of God. That's what the life is for. We are supposed to be the slaves of God and enjoying his kingship. As I said in the last time, if you become a slave of God, he's going to treat you the same level. He's supposed to treat you the same level as he is. He's going to give you the best things for you. But if you have to be slave, you have to leave everything and get out of this, people in the heroic world. Moses just left the palace and he went and, he was joining his Hebrew people. He thought if he would have been there, he would have been joined in the same family in the Hebrew, in an Egyptian family and lived like a king. But he went and identified himself as a Hebrew man, and he took the other way around. And talk about any hero, Enoch or Noah or Abraham or Isaac or Jacob or Joseph, anything. Talk about in the book Sarah. Abraham went through a lot of mockery. Sarah went through a lot of mockery system. Why? They didn't even know where the sound came, and they were just took off from one place to other place. Think about those things, my folks. It is not that we are just building temples and building churches, these, that, and these all we're all into some kind of habits, and we're all into some kind of a routine that we are in. We are not going. It's very difficult for us to pluck it out from the place. But remember, Jesus came after 2,000 years to point out the Jewish system was not right. He was trying to point out after 2,000 years. Even then, they were into a kind of a practices. So he was pointing out exactly what you guys are doing is wrong. You better correct yourself. So in this way, I'm telling